Democrats race against time. Strategic moves to entrench policies. Preceding Trump's presidency. As President-elect Donald Trump prepares to assume office, the Democratic Party finds itself in a frantic race against time. The political landscape is on the brink of significant transformation, prompting Democrats to take swift and strategic actions aimed at safeguarding existing policies. With less than 2 months before the transition of power, Democrats are endeavoring to Trump-proof the government, ensuring that key policies in climate change, health, and economic sectors remain intact. The urgency underlying the Democrats' maneuvers cannot be overstated. The transition of presidential power presents an opportunity for the incoming administration to implement its agenda swiftly. Democrats, recognizing the looming threat of significant policy reversals, are using every available resource to cement their legacy. At the core of these strategic efforts is a clear objective: to preserve the policy achievements made during the previous administration. The Democrats' actions are aimed at ensuring that the progress achieved in vital areas such as climate change, healthcare, and economic development is not undone. By confirming judicial appointments and embedding intricate regulations, Democrats hope to secure a lasting influence that extends beyond the immediate impact of Trump's presidency. Trump-proofing has emerged as a critical concept in the political discourse surrounding this transition. It refers to the strategic deployment of measures designed to withstand potential policy shifts imposed by the Trump administration. These measures serve as a defensive mechanism, creating bureaucratic and legal obstacles that complicate or delay efforts to dismantle established policies. Climate policy stands at the forefront of the Democrats' protection efforts. With Trump's administration expected to prioritize deregulation, existing climate initiatives are particularly vulnerable. Democrats are working to entrench these policies through regulatory frameworks and federal legislation, aiming to fortify environmental protections against the anticipated regulatory rollbacks. The Affordable Care Act and other health policies face significant risks under the incoming administration. Democrats are employing strategic entrenchment tactics, such as embedding clauses within existing legislation, to secure these entitlements. By establishing intricate regulations, they seek to safeguard healthcare reforms from potential dismantling efforts led by Trump's team. The economic policies established under the previous administration have aimed to foster growth through infrastructure and manufacturing investments. Democrats are accelerating these efforts, committing billions to key projects with the dual intent of job creation and bolstering economic resilience. These investments are strategically planned to anchor economic policies, making them more resistant to future alterations. A pivotal aspect of the Democrats' strategy involves the confirmation of federal judges. By securing these appointments within the limited time frame, they aim to influence the judiciary in a manner that could counterbalance policy reversals. These judicial confirmations are key to ensuring a lasting, ideologically aligned judicial presence. Democrats are strategically setting bureaucratic landmines designed to act as obstacles to potential policy reversals by the Trump administration. These measures include intricate regulations and legal frameworks that necessitate thorough procedural navigation, thereby slowing or complicating the dismantling of established policies. Infrastructure spending is a critical component of the Democrats' efforts to solidify economic policies. By directing billions in funding to infrastructure projects, they aim to ensure that these initiatives translate into long-term economic growth and job creation, thereby embedding a layer of protection against future policy shifts. Similar to infrastructure spending, manufacturing investments are a key avenue for Democratic entrenchment strategy. These billion-dollar allocations are strategically directed to foster sustainable manufacturing growth, providing a stable foundation for economic policies less susceptible to abrupt changes. The use of embedded regulations serves as an effective method for entrenching policies. By embedding specific mandates within regulatory frameworks, Democrats are able to create robust protective measures that complicate efforts to overturn policies swiftly. This section will explore various examples of such embedded regulations and their potential impacts. Legal and administrative hurdles are being established as additional protective measures to delay or block policy dismantling efforts. These include intricate procedural requirements that govern policy change, creating a layer of administrative complexity that the Trump administration must navigate to implement its agenda. As the Democrats implement these strategic moves, speculation abounds regarding the potential responses from the Trump administration. Analysts predict a series of legal challenges and executive actions aimed at circumventing these protective measures. Historical precedents provide insight into similar transitional challenges faced by previous administrations. Political analysts have weighed in on the Democrats' strategies, offering diverse perspectives on their potential effectiveness. While some view these efforts as necessary and shrewd political maneuvering, others question their sustainability in the face of determined executive opposition. Federal agencies play a critical role in the Democrats' effort to entrench policies. This section delves into the coordination and implementation strategies being employed across various agencies, highlighting their contributions to the overarching strategy. The Democrats' strategic efforts are not without challenges. Internal party dynamics, limited resources, and legal complexities pose significant hurdles. This section explores the various obstacles impeding their progress and the strategies employed to overcome them. Potential backlash from the Trump administration presents a looming threat to the Democrats' efforts. This section discusses the risks associated with such backlash, focusing on prospective legal battles, public perception, and the role of media portrayal. Media coverage plays a significant role in shaping public opinion and influencing the political narrative surrounding these efforts. This section examines the media's portrayal of the Democrats' actions, encompassing both supportive and critical perspectives. Public sentiment towards the transition and the Democrats' maneuvers is a critical factor influencing the political landscape. Analyzing current public opinion provides insight into the potential influence of these efforts on voter attitudes and future electoral outcomes. This section explores the potential long-term implications of the Democrats' strategic efforts on U.S. policy. Success in entrenching policies could lead to enduring legislative and regulatory frameworks that influence future bipartisan cooperation. By examining past presidential transitions and similar strategic efforts, this section provides a historical context that informs the present dynamics. Lessons learned from historical precedents offer valuable insights into the current political strategy. The Democrats' strategic moves have elicited varied reactions from across the political spectrum. This section explores the responses from Republican counterparts and the potential impact on intra-party relationships within Congress. The economic ramifications of expedited spending and expansive policy entrenchment efforts warrant careful consideration. This section evaluates the fiscal responsibility of these actions and discusses potential economic consequences. The ethical implications of entrenching policies during a transitional period raise important questions about democratic processes. This section delves into the ethical debate surrounding political maneuvering and its impact on governance integrity. The Democrats' efforts have notable effects on governance structures and policy implementation. This section examines anticipated changes within administrative operations and how these efforts may influence future governance. Speculation surrounds the Trump administration's focus and executive actions during its initial 100 days. This section anticipates key areas of focus, potential policy reversals, and the strategies likely to be employed by the incoming administration. The transition has spurred domestic and international discourse, engaging public forums and media platforms. This section captures the ongoing public debate and its influence on shaping the political environment. In conclusion, the Democrats' race to entrench policies in advance of President-elect Trump's inauguration reflects a high-stakes political chess game. While the effectiveness of these efforts remains uncertain, the implications for future political dynamics are profound. As the nation prepares for a new administration, these strategic maneuverings highlight the complex interplay between outgoing and incoming political powers. As informed citizens, it is crucial to remain engaged and aware of the unfolding political landscape. This video encourages viewers to voice their opinions and actively participate in the democratic process, shaping the future of our nation's governance.